Good morning, good people. It's your girl Bunny live straight out of Jersey. I'll do this live thing each and every day. Monday. What's going on, Marla? Hey. Hold on. Let me see if my thing is working. There we go. I'll do this live thing every day, 6 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. on Saturdays, and random times on Sundays. We're going to get into a conversation. Continue. Matthew, welcome back. I hope you're coming in here with some news about your dating journey. Coming here to spread love and let us know that you have found somebody else on the docket. Chanito, good morning. Augusta, good morning. Don't be afraid to step in. If it's your first time, we're just building up the room. I get started at 6 a.m. The people are coming. I know they be worried. Y'all be worried that you're going to be the only person in here. I'm not going to target y'all, make y'all talk to me. Hold on one second. Let me just open this up on my tablet. Why is the topic this big on your screen? What? Hold on. Is the topic as big as it is on my screen as your screen? User, I don't know you. I don't mind talking to new people, but I'm gonna need you to step into the comments and let me know who you are before I could talk to you all day, Buddha. I could talk to you all day. Today's topic, Joy, good morning. Thank you for stepping in. Don't worry, people. The people are on the way. Blunts just stepped into the building. The first person that's always supposed to be in the box saying good morning to y'all before she lets you know that she will run down on you. My good sis Blunts. Let's go. All right, user, they're blocking your comments probably because you be in people's room doing too much. So we're just going to keep your comments blocked. But I hope you have a great day wherever you're at. Today's conversation, we are going to continue all that and you stayed, right? So yesterday we ended on talking to Grace, and Grace was just talking about the situation that she was going through in her last relationship. And it brought me to a place where it's like, Mr. Godspeed, what's up? A lot of topics pretty much out of what Grace was saying yesterday, and also we could just kind of expand upon it, right? So honestly, sometimes I wish I could make one of those. Not that I can't start doing one of those boards where you could see multiple topics, so you have something to choose from. Thank you, Godspeed. But basically, all that and you stayed. Okay, light it up. All that and you stayed. You know, whether you were in a relationship, hey Nicole, whether you were in a relationship where when you look back, you're like, yo, I can't, mama, thank you for sharing out the live. I can't believe he or she said XYZ. I can't believe, he or she did XYZ. And honestly, in the time frame of when it was happening, I didn't process it. It wasn't until later when I started talking to people about my relationship that I realized, like, yo, I really allowed all that to happen. Blunts, what's taking you so long to come up in the box? So you supposed to be the opener, you down there, but I think you're sharing out the lot. I appreciate you. So, sometimes when we get ourselves immersed in a relationship, we don't realize all the red flags or all the caution tape that we went up under to arrive at where we're at, right? And then when we look back, we're like, yo, I can't believe those were the things that I allowed. I can't remember if Ace Brown suggested this topic or Jay White, but we're going to talk about it. You guys are free to come up and talk to me about your relationship experiences and some of the red flags or caution tape that you surpassed in the time. And hey, Gabby, good morning. Oh, girl, I missed every red flag, said Marla. So, yeah, we could talk about it today. There's some ones that the first one that comes to my mind about my relationship with my child's DAD, I'm trying to think of a less toxic one because there were some things that really, like, honestly, I'm going to keep it G with y'all. I could have saved myself a lot of heartbreak by leaving him the first week I met him. And because the sirens, what do they say? The saxophones was screaming from the very beginning. Them things was blaring from the very beginning, but I kissed it up and I kept going, and like I thought it was going to be everything, and then I put myself through 4 years of absolutely insanity and instability, and then I had a child with it. Go me.
And we wouldn't trade her for nothing. But him,
I would, and that's the crazy part. And
Mark.
like at first, I used to, but before I had a kid, I'd be like, "Yo, everybody says that, like, yeah, I wouldn't trade my kid for nothing." But baby, that situation was absolutely terrible. But yeah, I feel the same. You know, I feel the same now. I have an amazing child. She has brought so much to my life. She has helped me get my ish together and like straighten, like what do they say, straighten up and fly right. Like she has really been that to me. So like I don't regret it. It is hard. You know, I wish I could have learned this lesson by reading a book instead of living it.
Watching a
But
movie or something.
it is what it is. But what's up, Blunts? All that and you stayed, guys. We're talking about relationships, red flags, caution tape that you surpassed, things that they might have said or did to you that you completely just like. Whew. But now, hey Jeff, talk to me, Blunt. What's up?
So many things, so many things. From cheating to being left at the damn hospital to drive myself home after finding some things out and getting morphine and all kind of things. So it was real bad. I ain't gonna hold you. It was real bad. My dumb ass was just walking around with some green spray paint trying to spray everything. Anything that was red, I was spraying it. Just trying to change it.
Like metaphorically.
Yeah.
You know what I'll be like, wait, why was she doing that? But metaphorically. Metaphorically.
Well, yeah, I was
So wait,
just trying to change
you
it.
had a health condition. You went to the hospital for it, and where was he?
In the moment, he left work and he came sit there. And when I said I told him, I said, if this doctor come back and you gave me something, I'm popping your ass. And
You
he
felt
left.
you felt like he had drugged you?
No, an STD. I told him if he had given me something, I was gonna pop his ass.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh, you gonna me? You fucking right."
So
And he left. He left the hospital. That's when I was before my partial hysterectomy. That's when I found out that I had a 14 centimeter, 4-pound mass attached to one of my ovaries.
I'm so
Bigger
sorry.
than the circumference of a child's head at birth. So yeah, I drove myself home, went through the ditch, all kind of things. I made it though. That morphine, boy. But that's just a little bit of thing. But too much,
That's
way too
amazing.
much.
You were literally at the hospital and he left because he suspected that he might have.
Because he knew what he was already doing. He already knew what he was doing. And the thing about like if you with me, you know I'm not. I don't cheat. That's not a thing. So he already knew that wasn't even a thought, a possibility for something to come up on my end. So if anything was to happen, it was solely him.
So after you went home, what did y'all link the next day? Like, how did y'all kind of just circle back to being in still?
We lived together.
You said y'all lived together?
Yeah, we had lived
Was he
together.
home when you got home?
Honestly, in this moment, I really cannot remember. I don't think he was because of the argument and everything that happened at the hospital. So I don't think he was home at the time. And it was kind of late. Like I said, I was on morphine. I drove myself home. I went to bed. I had to go to work the next day.
Hey, Mom, I hear you coughing back there.
So it was, yeah.
That's insane, girl. Yeah.
That's just a very small speck of the things within 5 years.
Child. And I can imagine. Like I said, when I look back at my relationship with her DAD, I'd be like, yo, you did what? You said what? And there's a lot of stories I probably have never even told my friends. And there's probably things that I probably haven't even really processed before. Y'all, if it's your first time stepping by, Dion, welcome in Inclusive Item. I see you down there, big TIG in the building. We are talking about all that and you still stayed. You know, when you look back at your relationships and start to process the things, or like you'll be sitting on the couch and randomly you'll be like, yo, I can't believe they said that to me back 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? What are some things that you kind of went through that you process now and you're like, yo, what? Thank you, Blunts. I appreciate you. You coming back. So you just
Always.
Sorry, Blunts. That's right. Support each other in here. Cat Mama said dignitized. That be the one. That lust can really cloud your your thought process, cloud your judgment. Cat Mama said that just sent me. Inclusive said driving yourself home after the hospital. Oh no, girl. Rooted said he had a terrible relationship with his mom. Red flag. Blue Eyes, welcome to the chat. We are a family in here. We are a family. Good morning to Jeff. We are a family in here. We come in here, we get pretty vulnerable and have a good time. I know this topic might be a little, triggering for people, so don't be afraid to come up. We're here to support you and not here to judge you. 55 people in the chat. I appreciate y'all for tapping the screen, but I would more appreciate if y'all would come up in the box and chat with me. The more we get vulnerable, the more people feel comfortable coming out the back. How is stress and the kids? I don't know, AC Wills. Only got one kid. Marla, what's going on, baby?
Good morning, Bunny. This
Good
is a
morning.
tough topic.
I
I
got you.
just, I just, you know, it's crazy because it's how you process stuff, Bunny, after the fact. I
Mm-hmm.
remember, late at night, Anthony, my ex, was an alcoholic, so he was drunk,
Mm-hmm.
always. And I remember at night he woke up, and I remember hearing Sammy cry, and I ran to grab her. And I had both my kids are 16 months apart. So Anthony was in the crib also. He was in his own crib.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going to get Sammy. And when I walked into Anthony's room to make sure that he was okay, my ex was standing there with a chainsaw and started it up in the house, Bunny, just to get me. Like, he would do these things to scare the shit out of me.
What?
And I stayed. I still stayed. I don't know why I stayed,
Hearts
but
in the chat. Hearts in the chat, please.
I pushed every single person away. I didn't want anybody to see what I was really going
Experience.
through. It
Yeah.
was rough, Bunny, but I just want to say to the people that stay, I get it. I get it. I did too. But there's a point that you can leave also and be okay. So yeah, Bunny, it was scary. It was a hard
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. What? Like that? Like really, I could like literally, my heart is like beating mad fast right now. Like I
Yes.
can't imagine that. Shout out to Marla. Thank you for putting hearts in the chat. Shout out for being vulnerable. That is absolutely insane. And for people in the chat that are going through lesser things, but it could escalate to this.
Yes.
So thank you, Marla, for being vulnerable. I appreciate you. Let's go.
Love you, beautiful.
Ooh, oh my goodness. And that's why it's kind of important and to have these types of topics, because sometimes when you're going through certain things you might feel like you're the only one and no one can relate, but there are plenty of people in here that can relate. So even if you want to follow each other up and kind of have conversation with each other, and what's the topic again, Big Tig? We're talking about all that and you still stayed. Let me know if you can see the topic on my tablet. The topic is like the size of my head. Basically all that and you stayed. Sometimes when you look back at your past relationships, you'll be like, you might be sitting on the couch one day and be like, yo, I can't believe I let them say that to me. I can't believe that happened. But sometimes when you're in the thick of it, whether what Cat Mama said, stigmatized or just not wanting to be alone, or you might be in a situation where you don't have family or friends, or they, whatever, and you're afraid to leave, you allow a lot of things to happen. So we're just kind of having these conversations, breaking down some things that might have happened in the past and kind of how we got here now. What's going on, She Loves?
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So to answer the prompt, it was the in the midst of, like, I don't know if it was an argument or I don't know if we was in a heated argument or something, but it was what he said. He was like, "This is my baby daddy." He was like, "Oh, I don't need you," or something like that. And I'm like, well, in a relationship, it's supposed to be two people, a partnership between two people, not codependency. Like that's not what that relationship was thriving on. So it's not like I needed him to pay a bill, or I needed him for, this is a relationship. So when he said it, I'm like, how do you say that to someone that is standing by your side and, you can lean on and whatever, right? So when I sit back and I reflect on it, I'm like, that should have been my time. Like, that should have been my red flag for me to like exit stage left. But yeah, like when he said that, oh, I don't need you, I don't need no one, da, 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 I'm like, that's why you're miserable. So now when I sit back and I think about it, I said, this is why you're miserable. So now months later, after the baby is born, months later, now child support court is in play, is at play. Oh, what happens? I want you to hold those words real firm because I'm petty. I'm sorry, I didn't graduate. I'm petty still. So I want you to hold those words dear to your heart. Dear to your heart, how much you didn't need me. Because when them court proceedings was going on and he needed me to go to the court so bad to take him off child support, guess who needs who next? You need me. You need me to go down there to tell a judge that I don't need your help. I'm not helping you, sir. You remember that? You don't need me. You remember that phrase, you don't need me? Guess what? You could keep it dear to your heart. Keep it dead to your heart. So that's why I said one thing about me, God don't play about me, and he never gonna miss. So, that's why I'm careful with the words that I say in arguments, because you gotta be ready to pull up on those same words. You gotta be ready for the consequences of those words that you have issues, because you can't take them back. So yeah, that was my thing. Like, oh yeah? All right.
Let's go. Thank you, Sheila.
All right.
You know what's so funny? Not even funny. I have a story for You Don't Need Me Either. It was a time when I was pregnant and my child's father said to me, well, he actually said it to my friend, Cat Mama, you really coming up or you just tapping that screen real hard? Look, see, I knew it. My sister be like, ooh. Like, during my pregnancy, he was like, she don't need me. She don't need me. Watch, I'm going to make her see that she do need me. And then he bounced. He bounced. But baby, I wanted you to be here. I would love for you to be here for my child. But needing you, I feel like yeah. He told my best friend, like, I'm going to show her that she needs me. And then he bounced to a whole nother state before I even had my child. So, yeah. What's up, Big Tig?
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
What you washing up? What's up, Ace Brown? Welcome to the chat.
I'm brushing my teeth, trying to get my before I ran out the door.
Well, I appreciate you coming to me with fresh breath. I can hear it when y'all coming up here with the stank on you.
You're so funny.
Yo,
you should get into comedy. Honestly, you be having me dying, yo.
Thank you. Let me just comment. Women need to keep doing the things that Women need to. Your sentence doesn't make sense. I'm gonna try to read through it. Snap-o-matic. Women need to keep doing the things that y'all was doing. I'm guessing in the beginning of the relationship. Snap-o-matic. You can come talk to me and let me know what you're talking about. Go ahead, Big Tig.
For the sake of the internet, I know somebody that is in almost a 10-year relationship. And over the course of the years, there's always been these little arguments and fights. And you can see when the tension is building up, you can see when the things are going to break, and it's like she still stays. And it's just like, why? Even the last big argument that I was involved with, when I had to literally put my foot down and say, stop involving me in this stuff because it ain't got nothing to do with me. He literally told her, like, practically to her face via speakerphone, BITCH, I wish you would die.
Unalive, yep. TC
Sorry.
Purpose. It's all right.
I love TikTok Shop. But, she, don't you know 3 months later, she was back with that fool?
Yeah, I do.
And it's just like, oh, man. Like, for me, it's just like, granted, I just want what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be a supportive friend through this, but I just want what's best for you. Now I got to do what's best for me, because I can't stay and let this person treat you like trash, and then you want to run back to me every time things fall apart. It just don't work like that.
Well, let me ask you, in your history of relationships, have you ever, disregarded your standards, your anything like that? What's going on, friend? to be in a relationship. Did you ever stick around way past a relationship's expiration date? So that's kind of what we're talking about right now. All that, and you still stay, y'all. If you want to tap into the conversation, don't be afraid to come up and talk about your experience. Big T, do you have a situation that you actually went through with
So,
somebody?
so I got hurt early. So
Mm-hmm.
I was a runner in most relationships.
Mm.
Um, when I committed to a relationship, it's because it was good. It's because it was healthy. It's because it was right. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But when I'm operating in this gray area of friendships, situationships, and stuff, and I know there's other stuff going on, or I don't have enough confirmation to feel solid, it's just like when conflict keeps coming and the same conflict keeps coming, I understand I'm unequally yoked and I just roll. Because
Mm.
that's what happens when you're unequally yoked. You keep going around the same emotional circles.
Mm. Thank you, Big Sig. I appreciate you. Let's go. Go take that fresh breath to the streets. For the kingdom for real. Hey, I see you down there. What's going on? We are talking about all that and you stayed. I'm not sure what Snap-O-Matic was talking about. I seen Mama in the comments. Thank you for the king. Mama said love will make you blind. I want to actually test that a little bit. Thank you for my morning coffee. Let's go. A little latte. How cute. I don't know if love makes you blind. I feel like it's the lack of love for yourself that makes you blind, and I think it's lust that makes you blind. I'm not sure if love makes you blind. Chat, y'all can tell me if y'all agree or disagree. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm not sure. Is it love? What's up, Snap-O-Matic? You down there saying women should do what they did from the beginning. I'm not sure if it's on topic, but let's see. What's
Good
up?
morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Where you
Thank
from?
you, Bunny, for having me.
Of
Yeah, I'm
course.
in Ohio.
Okay, welcome in. Is that no? That's Idaho potato. What is Ohio known for?
Um, I don't know, corn. I don't, I don't know what
Okay, you
Ohio.
just out there living there and don't know nothing.
Right. Well, I'm originally from Michigan, so
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
Michigan in the house. We got a couple of Michigan people in the house. All right, so talk to me. What are you talking about?
All right. Yeah, I was just, commenting on on what somebody was saying about. I really can't remember what she said, but it kind of resonated with me. Um, Oh yeah, saying that like the person didn't need her, like he didn't need her or something like that.
Hmm.
Like I actually had to tell my girlfriend that, you know what I mean, like I really don't need her because she's not doing the things that she need to be doing. You know what I mean? Like a woman need to stay useful to a man. You know what I mean? Because we could do everything, like we can fix stuff, we can do things for ourselves, cook, all of these things. We extremely independent, but a woman still needs to do the things that she was doing in the beginning of the relationship, the things that she got the man with. You know what I mean? Like if she wants to stay with it, if she wants to move on to the next level, like I'm always getting women that want to get married and stuff like that, but they always fall off. They always fall off of doing the things that they were
What
doing in
are
the
what are
beginning of
some
the
of the things
relationship.
you're talking about?
Well, for me, it's the intimacy. Uh, they fall off with that. They fall off with their little finances or whatever. They just fall off, and it's like, I mean, I'm and like you got to maintain. Being a woman, it's like y'all get in the situation and y'all like, okay, well, he loves me or whatever. I can stop doing this and I can stop doing that, and it just doesn't work like that. And we just keep doing and we doing everything. We helping with the bills, the food. We doing everything, and it's like, what is she doing? I mean, she ain't doing anything. Of
Do
course, she
do
work or whatever, pay her bills or whatever she doing, but she ain't doing anything for the man.
what else do you provide besides finances and giving her things? What else are you providing to the relationship?
I mean, counseling, like constantly, advising her,
All right. So with
with
the
her.
counseling, did you ever get to the bottom of why she may no longer be intimate? And I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just trying to understand, like, why are these things falling off?
I mean, like that stuff just happens, you know. And I get it, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot being a woman, you know what I mean? I understand that. Honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot y'all got to deal with, you know, and you know, and she would say things, you know, like she couldn't. I don't know, like it's personal, but I'm gonna tell you, you know, like she would say things like, you know, like I was, you know, like my size or whatever, like I was kind of big for her, things like that. You know what I mean? Like, which is crazy. You know, you got kids and all of this stuff, like that. Right. Like that's insane. Like, what are you
What?
talking about? Right.
So she was complaining about your size, so that's why she didn't want to be intimate. It
Right.
was.
Just
It was.
nonsensical stuff. You know what I mean? Just coming up with stuff like,
Do you think it's possible that she just didn't want to be with you, and she just was there because she was comfortable?
there you go. Yeah. She just wants to, you know, she wants me to keep just doing
Doing
the
for her.
things that I'm doing. Right.
Okay, well
You want me to
that's a
maintain
different
doing the
message.
things that I'm doing, but you don't want to do none of the things you need to do.
Okay. So I think the messaging is different, right? When you first came up, you were saying that women need to maintain what they want to do, what they were doing in the beginning. But I think
Right.
that she just didn't want to be with you, and she was just around. So I think it takes a little bit of accountability on your part to realize that she's not providing what you need from a relationship, and vice versa, and you should just leave. I'm really big on taking kind
Right.
of
And she's still
responsibility.
around. She's still around. I try to ignore her, you know what I mean? Like she's still around. Like she don't want to go nowhere.
Well, I
Still
mean, you can
around.
block her, you can just leave it alone. I mean, I don't know. But thank you, Snap-O-Matic. I appreciate you. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
I think that takes a little bit more breaking down than what I can give y'all this morning. Let me go ahead and let the people up. And the reason I ain't let y'all ladies up is because y'all wanted to argue. And you know we don't argue in here. We come in here, we have a good time and have conversation, even if we disagree. I saw y'all in the comments like, let me up. We not arguing. Blunts, I know you love a good rage bait. We don't do rage bait in here. We come in here, we have a conversation. Today's conversation is all that and you still stayed. Okay? Whether you've been in a past relationship and you sat on your couch one day, you was like, yo, I can't believe I let her talk to me like that. I can't believe I let him do me like that. What are some things that you remember that you're like, yo, I can't believe? Ace Brown, if you talk about Nadine in here, I
Nah.
promise. Because it wasn't that serious.
No. Good
What's
morning. Good
good?
morning. Nah, it was a lot of signs with my ex that I ignored. That just clearly was like, and this goes into, it does trickle back to, like you said, taking accountability of, and I don't want to say it's self-love, because I feel as though I do love myself a lot, but I think it's just wanting to be, as I told my therapist, wanting to be wanted. I've always knew how I could distribute my love. Like I tell people all the time, my analogy is I know how to play with my toys. I know how to share my toys and everything like that. All the way down to when I first met her, she used to always tell me, yeah, you don't meet my height requirement. You don't meet my height requirement. And of course, for me, that was challenge accepted. Let me try to show you
Oh,
that,
baby.
I could do this. And then, she would tell people like, oh, we're together, but he grew on me like fungus.
Mm.
So like different things like that was things of me saying like challenge accepted. Let me show you why I am
Mhm.
worth being with, or worth, these things. And it wasn't until the breakup that when I look back on certain things, I was the one forcing it. I was the one forcing you know what, let's try to make this work. Let's try to do this. Let's try to do that.
Mm.
Did I have flaws? Yeah, I did. I wasn't the perfect person, but even in that, when I went to therapy, looking for, it was like, oh, the question was, why do you seek attention? And I was like, because I'm not getting attention at home. I'm not getting attention. I'm not getting attention where I think I should get it from. So I'm seeking it somewhere else, but it was deeper than that. For me, it was, I never got attention from the time not from family. From family, I get it from. But when it came to being involved with somebody, I'm always the one pushing the envelope. I'm always the one saying this. And I know that men has to be the one that seek it, but at times, not to go off of what Buddy said, but I can understand, like you said, the message behind it. At times, we want the same things that we got when we met you guys. You know what I'm saying? And we want it to be genuine. We don't want it to be, oh, I was only doing this because. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, like, I don't have a person that feels as though I have ill will towards them as far as women that I dealt with in the past, because I don't. And that maybe that's the problem that I have. Like, my ex used to always say, oh, you want to be captain, save a 304. It's like, nah, I don't want to save everybody. However, I don't want someone looking at me as if to say, you're this big bad. I can't be the villain in everybody's story. I can't be the villain in everybody's story. So it's to the point now that, and I said this to you on your live before, that's why I'm just so cautious about it, because it's like every time that I did what I did, it did not work. So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe the way I love is too much. And then I also say to myself, but, not to get religious or anything, but God gave me this big heart. God gave me this big heart, for a reason. So, like I said, I know how to share my toys, and I always try to go ahead and be that person of love and care. But sometimes, like, I stay a little bit too long because I get told straight to my face, like, I don't want to be with you. And I get told, yeah, you do. Or I'll say, yeah, you do. Challenge accepted. Let me fix this.
But my thing is, even if you can't identify it in this very moment, there's something from your past at some point that makes you a pick me. And not in a because I know people use pick me as a disrespectful thing,
Right.
baby, I'm a pick me too, right? I was a pick me too. So it's like, even though, it's like I don't feel like my family disregarded me, there's something there. Because I'm very big on the inner child and doing inner child work, right? And there's something, there's a reason why you feel like challenge accepted. Okay, you gonna choose me. You don't think you want me? Now I'm gonna show you how much you want me. I'm a quality person. And then when you say I don't think it's about self-love, in a way it is. Because you may know what the price is, but you're willing to discount yourself for somebody who has already said that they don't want you. So it's still all entangled in the same thing. It's all
Yeah, no, and that's what I said. I can definitely agree with that. Like, and the only reason why I say to an extent is maybe because of the simple fact that I feel as though that I do love and care for myself. I do that, but I understand what you're saying. That it's like, let me be the pick me because I don't want to be alone, or I'm really feeling this woman, or whatever it is. And at times, like, I even, like, recently, even had to say to myself, like, yo, stop doing too much for people who don't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Stop. But then I feel weird. I feel weird doing that. You know what I mean? I feel weird like that. Like, if I'm doing something for somebody and then I'm doing it like with a look back, it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I used to have my alarm set, and my alarm message would say, do for the queen because you want to, not looking for anything in return. And I used to do that every day. And then, after a while, I was like, yo, you doing this shit, and don't nobody give a fuck about you.
Are you, when you're assessing someone that you want to be with, are you seeing the reciprocity at all? Or are you just so excited about the fact that I'm about to change her mind? Because I think
I
if you're putting yourself in a situation, and when I say putting yourself, I don't mean that in like an accusatory way, but when you're enrolling yourself into a relationship that you knew started off the fact that they didn't want you, are you even looking for them to do anything for you from the beginning? Or you just
Nah, really, I just want you to be your genuine self.
But the genuine self told you they ain't want you.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. To me, it's like, but and I said this to you before, but it's like, but why?
Mm.
Instead of just taking it and saying, you know, fine, okay, more efficiency, as they say. It's
Mm.
like, but why? You can't,
I need
like,
this
you know what
fish.
I'm saying?
I want
Huh?
this fish. I need
Right.
this
It's
fish
like it's
right here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's more what it is. So my therapist has been talking to me numerous of times
Money.
about
It
just,
ain't the time.
huh? So he
It ain't
wants
the
to
time.
tell
I know
me.
you gonna laugh because you a comedian, but
Yeah.
it's not the time. He being really
Nah,
vulnerable.
nah, I'm cool with it. I always tell people that's my job to make y'all laugh when y'all want to cry. So it's okay for y'all to make me laugh when I may want to cry. I'm cool with it. But it's just one of those things where it's like, yo, I don't I just did not I didn't feel wanted, and it was just genuine. Like, even when with my kid's mom, it was like we had a conversation, and it was like, oh, we going through this and everything. And then all of a sudden it was like, she asked me a question like, well, where do you see us in 5 years? And I was like, oh, well, we're going through ups and downs. It's a new marriage, da 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 da. And I was like, where do you see us at in 5 years? She was like, not together. Oh, and I still was like, challenge accepted.
Yo, I think that one, I'm very happy that you are in therapy, or if you were, maybe we
No,
should
I'm
be
still in therapy.
still in therapy. But I think
Mhm.
that one thing about therapists, right? Finding a good therapist is about as hard as finding a good man. And sometimes it's really important that you have a therapist that's willing to go back. Because I used to have a friend that would be like, yeah, I'm in therapy. But girl, she would tell me what they asked her that day and how surface level the conversation was. I'm like, girl, you need to go look for another therapist. Only
Mhm.
because it's a skill set. And it's important to go back. Thank you, Annette. It's important to go back. I think there's more to discover from your inner child.
Yeah.
And I'm not a therapist, but I've been in social work, and I've done therapy myself, and I've lived life experiences, and I'm no professional, but I think there's something to go back to figure that out so that you can move forward, so that you're
Nah, snap
choosing
on matter.
yourself
I'm not.
above somebody else choosing you.
Right. And
Does that make
he's
sense?
tapped into that. He's tapped into that. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Going back into it, nothing really connected it
Mhm.
because, like I said, with me being the only boy and having, four sisters,
Mhm.
everybody's older. I'm the youngest. It was more of he said it seems like it's more of a taking care of thing because you take care of them. So you're looking for that. What happened when growing up is like, hey, you know, you were always taken care of, and then your reciprocity was, let me take care of you now that I'm older. Like, now I'm older, all of my sisters, except, of course, not the one that passed away, but all, up until even when she passed, they called me the big little brother because now I took care of them. I take care of my parents or
Hold on,
whatever.
H Brown, Snap-O-Matic. What are you even talking about in the comments? What are you even talking about? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
He was saying he asked me before, was I still living there, and I said no. And then he said, I guess his thing is, well, okay, that's good, you don't need her or whatever, so I guess that's what he's saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, Ace. Well, I thank you for
Yeah.
coming up and being
Yeah,
vulnerable.
no problem. No problem.
What? y'all be a little unhinged sometimes. Let's get some ladies. I see you B&B wait right there. Who this? Hold on. Katie, you next. Hold on. Who this? Okay, they gone. All right. What? Y'all, if it's your first time sliding by, my name is Bunny, straight out of Jersey. Thank you, Marla, for the galaxy. Marla always know how to just lift spirits. You know what I'm saying? Today's topic All that and you still stayed. We've all been through situations where we stayed a little bit too long in a relationship. We stayed a little bit past expiration, okay? The bread was moldy, but y'all brushed that slice to the back and y'all kept taking slices from the front, right? And then when you sit back and you look back at your past relationships, you're like, oh, I can't believe I allowed him or her to say this to me. I can't believe I allowed myself to stay in that situation. That's the topic that we're talking about today. Katie, what's going on?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bunny. So, this refers to my child's father, where I stayed way longer than I should have and needed to. And the reason why I believe it was because each time things went down, I was like, okay, if I stay, it's for the sake of our child. If I stay, you'll see that I'm down, that I'm a rider, that I can be here through thick and thin, that it's not just because I want the optics, it's because I actually want this to work.
Yeah.
I stayed and I confused love with being compliant or pliant and forgiving. And it can't be one-sided. And I figured out that a little bit too late. And the excuse was, again, for the sake of our child, for the sake that you can see that no matter what, I'm not just leaving you. And it did me more damage than the other person.
So what was the straw that kind of broke the camel's back with that situation?
I want to say his family.
Mm.
To the fact that at one point it wasn't just us anymore, it was your family against me and my son, and you were okay with that.
Do you feel like after getting pregnant or after having your child, like, did that start to open your eyes more? Thank you, Cat Mama. How cute is that?
Oh, that is cute.
That's
Where
super
you
cute.
find? I gotta see where they are finding those ones from.
in the expensive section.
I don't even feel no way.
Expensive.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, child, that's at the bottom somewhere.
You asked that question, and like you said, yes, when I actually uprooted my whole life from another state to come to your state and try to make it work through whatever, and our kid was involved, it wasn't just me wanting you, to be a father or be a husband. It was our kid involved now, and you were willing again to risk it all. And I was out here looking like, I did all this, I made all the sacrifices, your life stays the same. And again, I stayed through all that, and it still wasn't enough.
Thank you, Katie, for being vulnerable. I appreciate you. Let's go. Hey, Blessings. Ultimately, for me, I feel like getting pregnant with my child, it's unfortunate that that's the eye opener, right? You would hope that your eyes would be open before that so that you don't have to produce a child in a terrible situation. But honestly, for me, it wasn't until I got pregnant with my daughter and I was like, the beer goggles really started to come off. And I started to really start to see things for what they were and the things that I missed. Thank you, Blessings. So it's just like, and it's like I'm no longer willing to take a short. Can't follow a man that's not a good. Hey, Cat Mama, let's go. How I'm a clown. How I'm a clown. I was a clown. Oh, I was a clown. It's just me. What's going on? Talk to the people. All that, and you still stayed.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So mine is like, it's kind of like what happened with Katie, with my kid's mother. I mean, I did everything. I did everything that I could. And believe it or not, because of her, I was a victim of domestic violence.
I'm sorry. Hard
Yeah. And I guess she just didn't know how to deal. Her way of dealing with stress was to beat on me because she knew I wasn't going to hit her back because that's not how I was raised up. So I stayed for my kids, and it was hard. Lord knows it was hard. And that woman put me through some of the worst things that I have ever been through in my life, and especially the domestic violence part of it. And yeah, I'm going to say, unfortunately, sometimes I would say love can blind you. You think that you're in love with this person and you would do anything and everything for them. But then eventually it just gets to a point where, in my case, it just got to be too much. And I knew that it was going to be a situation where I was probably going to put her 6 feet under. Yeah.
Or even vice versa. And one, I want to say thank you so much for being vulnerable, because people don't realize that men go through it too. People
Yeah.
don't, it's not talked about enough. You know, I have a friend whose like nephew is going through it, and like he keep leaving and going right back, and like she's literally putting holes in his body. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Wow.
Sending him to jail off of things that she did to him. You know,
Well,
she'll do that to him and then call the police and be like, well, he did. And then, you know, most of the time they'll be like, oh yeah, she did it. He's the one. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
yeah.
think that people talk about that enough. So I appreciate you coming up, because there's somebody in the back that might be going through something like that, or their son or their brother and things like that. So what ultimately helped you remove yourself from the situation?
Okay. So at the time, I was commuting about an hour back and forth from home to work.
Mhm.
And one night I ended up with strep throat.
Mhm.
And went to the emergency room, all that good stuff. But the funny thing was, I came home 4 hours later than I normally would.
Mhm.
And when I had, first of all, I had to wake her up to let her know that I was home. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you should have known I wasn't home. Number two, when I told her that I had strep throat, she didn't even inquire, well, are you okay? What happened? Did you go to I just said I had strep throat, but I didn't tell her I went to the emergency room. She didn't inquire about anything. So the next day I was like, are you going out? And she said, yeah. And this was like about 8 o'clock in the morning. And I said, well, I'm gonna need you to go to get my prescription filled, because I got strep throat. And you can't let the girls be around me because I'm still contagious.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, no problem. 30 minutes later, here comes my kids busting into the room. I'm like, I just told you I'm contagious. I can't have them around me. Oh, I'm sorry. I said, okay, are you leaving? You know, yeah. Next thing I know, 2 o'clock rolls around. This woman ain't left the house yet.
Mhm.
So now I have to now mind you, it's in the middle of winter. So I drag myself out the house. I go to the pharmacy to get my prescription filled, cold air tearing my throat up. I come home. She's talking about, well, where'd you go? I said, I went to get my prescription. I'm in pain.
Mhm.
Oh, I told you I would get it. I said, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. At that point, I realized she don't give two shits about me.
Mhm.
I was like, and then when I told my grandmother what happened, and she just looked at me. She said, "Baby, that heifer don't care." She used the same words I used. She said, "That heifer don't give two shits about you."
Mhm.
And I made it up in my mind that it was time for me to go. And we actually got into an argument. The day that I left, we got to an argument, and she got in my face. And I said to her, I said, you might want to back up off of me. And she said, why? I said, because you're the one with 4 police reports for domestic violence.
Mhm.
I could beat your ass all over this house.
Okay, for
And
TikTok
not,
purposes, F1's in the chat.
my bad.
Yeah.
Yes. I told her I could drag your hind parts all over this house and not no judge is going to convict me.
Mm.
And when I said that, I said, yeah, you always kept calling me a punk for calling the police. I said, but I was really setting your ass up. Excuse me. I was setting your butt up. And that's when I left.
Well, I'm happy you left, and I'm happy that you didn't drag nobody hind parts. But honestly, my question in the air was like, I feel like sometimes when these domestic things happen, it does sometimes the victim also does become the perpetrator, or like y'all start to fight back, or y'all start to have this, like, this is part of our relationship. So I was worried about that. And even though that story sounds so small, that sometimes it'd be the most random things that finally turn the light on. So I mean, I'm happy that the light was turned on and that you left that situation. Like I said, I being vulnerable. Let's go.
Thank you.
Ciao. Good morning. I see you people stepping in. All right. 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 Blunts, I see you. I got you. Shields, I see y'all. I'm just trying to get the people up to let them tell their stories before I double back to my people that already came up. Mr. Biggs is in the house. Hey, Derek, what's going on? Today's topic is all that and you still stayed. Being in past relationships, now looking back like, dang, I can't believe I stayed through that. Mr. Biggs, what happened?
Hey, Bunny, how you
Hey,
doing?
hey.
I met you a couple weeks back.
Yes, you did. I didn't forget. You scared me straight. I threw my donuts in the garbage. So yeah,
So
talk
here,
to me.
so here I am now. I've
Okay.
been with my wife 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
We just celebrated our 30-year anniversary this month.
Congratulations. Let's go.
Three
All
girls,
right.
the girls, three girls, the girls are grown. My situation was, um, about midway through like the last 10 years, I hit a wall. Um, Physical, spiritual, emotional, financial wall one time. Medical issue, everything hit me at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Our relationship went south. My daughter was cutting herself under her gloves. We were fighting in front of the girls. So I decided now that I have to leave the situation before something really drastic happens. Um, Moved out, suffered a medical issue that I couldn't live where I was living, and I couldn't live by myself anymore. Um, we were still friends. We're still friends to this day.
Mm-hmm.
She took me back in, so my girls could take care of me. That's where I am now. All right.
So I know you're saying you're celebrating your 30 year, but so are y'all?
No,
So you guys are still legally married, but you guys are not really.
no. We're still married. No, none of that. Yeah.
So you're still
And
legally married, but you guys, the relationship is not there.
right,
You're just cohabitating because she's helping you with your health and getting you by.
right.
That's a difficult space to be in.
Well, it's a safe space for me.
Uh-huh.
Um, it came to one of those things, situation that she had cut me off from her physically a long time ago. I just didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand it when she said it to me.
Mm. But now you understand, like back then, it was just a lot going on
Right.
with your health, finances, and all the things.
Yeah. So, she cut me off access to her physically, like, so this was okay.
The 70s is checking up on your daughter. I know you were saying that she was going through harming herself. How is she doing now? They're asking. Thank you, Mister.
Oh, she went away to college at 16.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Um,
wow.
her friend, her mother, her best friend's mother and father was going through something, and so how it was affecting our friend emotionally. So let's say, she added what she was going through with what her friend was going through,
Mm-hmm.
and like piled that on herself emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's it was affecting her.
Mm. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, whether or not your relationship deteriorated on a romantic level, clearly there was still some love there. It was just a lot going on. For her to be able to swallow her pride and bring you back in her home and knowing that you have a lot of health concerns, there's still love there, right? there's still care there, and we have a beautiful woman in our chat as well who's taking care of her ex-husband who did her the worst. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes it's hard to get out of that space of love and care and wanting to help people out. So I mean, I'm happy that she's there for you, no matter how the relationship turned out. But she seems to be an amazing and a solid person to still have you there. So I mean, shout out to you, Mr. Biggs. I thank you for being vulnerable. Let's go. Thank you, Mr. Biggs. Thank you. Let's go. All right, we got Blunt, Ray, then we got Blunt. So we're gonna get out of here on time today. Look at this. One topic. One band, one song. What's up, girl?
Hey girl, how are you?
I'm good. How you feeling today?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
So mine is a little different than everybody else. So it's not a romantic relationship. It's a best friend relationship.
Give it. I be knowing. Go ahead.
I'll try to do as fast as I can. Okay, so I've been best friends. I'm gonna call her Tiffany. I've been best friends with her since we were like 13 years old. So we've been through everything. When I tell you everything imaginable, things with our parents, trying to go, getting older, sneaking in the playground, puffing on something when you had no business, just little things that young people
little lettuce,
Yeah. So, we've been through everything together, and we never argued. We never, nothing. It was just always good. And we always been here for each other. When one cries, the other one cries. Like we was just down. And it always used to seem like I started feeling like every time she got into a relationship, she would push me to the side. And I used to be like, why is she doing that to me? So she would get out of the relationship. I would talk to her about it because we're very open and honest. And I'm a Sagittarius. So I was like, why do you do that to me all the time? And then she started, promising me okay, I'll do it, Mama Blunts. She started promising me she would never do it to me again. So when I got married, she was there for me. And my cousin even told her, like, be ready to lose your best friend. And that was furthest from the truth. So my husband is so giving. And so, so he would be like, he would get Beyonce tickets and stuff. He's not into that, but he'd be like, take Tiff with you. Janet, take Tiff with you. And then she would get into another relationship and she would just bounce on me. I mean, Bunny, really, really bad though. Like coming from like a person you talk to every day, just so I would keep asking her and it would be the same thing. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Well, when I had COVID in 21, I think she had COVID in 20 and I had COVID in 21. When she had COVID, I used to call her every day, you need something, this and that, whatever, just trying to be there for her. And, it was like that every day, every single day. So in 21, when I got COVID, she got into a relationship. She would not call me. That hurt my feelings so bad. And when I had COVID, it was horrific. So I really couldn't talk. But I would appreciate hearing her voice. But she wouldn't call me at all. Like she was just honey loving and stuff. And I was like, dag. And then when she would call me, she would hit me with the like generic questions. Like, did you eat today? And I'm like, I keep telling you, I can't eat. So it was like disingenuous to me. And then she got into another relationship and it was with a friend of ours from high school. And I was like, oh, I'm going to call him Rodney. I'm like, tell Rodney, I guess I won't see him no more. But I already knew Rodney anyway from school. And it did happen. Like, I didn't see him. I, didn't get the phone calls from her. She was just like, just playing me. To this day, we're still friends. But it hurt me so bad. And she always would tell me, I'm not going to do it no more. I'm sorry. And I used to think that, is these guys telling her, you don't need to be her friend. And I was like, no. This is not keep happening and I'm going to blame them. This is her actions. This is her doing this. So, yeah, that's pretty much and I stayed.
Why are you still friends with her?
I think it's because of, you know what, Bunny? I think it's because of the time. Like we grew up together. So, and
I get that, but I get that. And I know a lot of people feel that way, like, okay, it's been 10 years, it's been 15 years, but that's also the reason why people stay in terrible relationships. But it's been 20 years, time's going past regardless. You have a son.
yeah, I have 3 sons.
You have 3 sons. You remember when they was about 6 months old and you was like, "Look, this is the cutest thing. Oh, you're growing so fast." And then you remember when you looked and they graduated middle school, high school, and did whatever. You was like, "Bro, this went so fast. Time is going past."
Yeah.
But what about the experience? You're literally forcing a friendship with this person, and you have to keep reminding them that, hey, I'm your friend and I'm trying to be here. I don't know, and I'm not saying this in an accusatory way, like, because we all do things like this. Like, I don't know why you would want to continue this just to be able to say we've been friends for 20 years. You got your life partner now.
Right.
You know, you found your best friend. And not only did your best friend want to pour into you and your supposed best friend, and your other best friend just reaps the advantages of that. But then when it's time for her to go find something safe to do or something else to do, she'd be like, "All right, Ray, smell you later." That's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I've been so hurt behind that. I never told anybody that story. But
I love that. We are a family. You got all your pain, your sisters and your friends and your cousins, they all with you, child. My thing is, and I appreciate you to come and say that and to be vulnerable in that way, but I think you have to kind of reassess why this relationship is important to you. Why would I continue to put myself in a space where this person doesn't have the same energy as me? You know what I'm saying?
you're right.
You know?
Also, thank you for that. And also, Mama Blunts reminded me to sing my song.
I went like this. I don't know if you saw me when you first came up. I was like this, but go ahead. I'm ready.
Bunny, 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 bunny.
Hey,
Bunny.
Thank you, Ray Ray. Let's go. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I appreciate when y'all come up and y'all are vulnerable. This situation, and I love when people take it in many, many different ways. All that, and you still stayed. She has a friend experience, and that's fine. I love hearing about things like that. It doesn't always have to be about relationship. If there's any way this topic hits you and you're like, yo, I can't believe I let them do X, Y, Z to me. I can't believe it. Could be in a friendship. It could be in whatever. What's up, Blunts? Talk to the good people.
So I done did a few things since I requested up, but to follow up on the friend situation, I ain't gonna lie. I done put the trash to the road. It's trash day. I got to get things done.
Let's go.
But yeah, the whole friend situation. I had this friend. We are no longer friends, and it's been some years. We were like, she was there, you know. She was in the family car with me at my child's funeral. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Like, so she was like my right hand for real.
This the same friend you get a coins to?
Yeah. Her. Yeah. And a few years ago, I went to St. Louis for a week for her birthday. And boy, when I tell you we turned up. And I had this whole thing planned. Like, I reached out to her family, like, set up the reservation at this restaurant, talked to the general manager, had flowers sent, all the fucking things, bruh.
Oh, you did. I know you did, because I know how you are.
To the point where her family was sitting in the restaurant wondering, where's she at? What's going on? Bruh, this bitch never showed up. Yeah. Never showed up.
Where the hell was she at?
This bitch got so drunk and stayed to meet with this dude that wasn't even her dude. But let me tell you how fucked up she was. I went to her house. I went to her apartment. And her cousin ended up meeting me there. And she was so drunk. She straight up said, "Don't tell Jenny, but blase blase, I wanted to meet with him." I said, "Don't tell Jenny." She's like, "No, she gonna be so mad." I said, "Bitch, this is Jenny."
Can I ask you, do
Boy,
before
I
that
tried to drag that girl out from the 3rd-story apartment she was in.
so the party
Yeah,
the party the party never happened, I would
party never
assume.
happened. The party never happened. Never.
Was that the end of y'all in that day? Or did you
Yeah.
continue?
Nope. That
That
was
was
the
the
end for
end.
me. That was the end for me.
So when you look back, before that end happened, were there signs that she was not gonna have your back? Or were you totally caught off guard?
Honestly, bro, there was signs that she had a drinking problem,
Mm.
but it wasn't for me to say because I had my own problems in the time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I wasn't one to be able to point fingers because
Mm.
those same fingers was too busy wrapped around the same fucking bottle.
Mm.
She was
So
just a little fucked
y'all
up.
had a lot of would you say, like, I don't love the word trauma bonding or the word trauma bonding, but do you feel like y'all had a lot of trauma bonding?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you got yourself together, she was still
She was still back there, boy. She was still way, way back there.
mm, mm. And I think it's funny because the topic that I really did want to discuss and something that I don't know if I'm really ready to discuss is more along about friendship as well. Like I always tell y'all, a lot of topics that I choose is something that like is happening in my space, and I want to kind of gauge and see what you guys have experienced to kind of see how I can move, right? So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the last person for talking more about friends, because that's kind of the space where I'm at. Like, I think that some friendships do run their expiration date just as much as relationships do. And I think sometimes we will hold on to friendships a bit way longer than we probably should because of the history, because of the time, because of the remember when they were there for you. But I think it's a discussion to have too. Thank you, Blunts. I appreciate you. Let's go, good people. It's definitely a topic, child. I don't like leaving y'all when there's 70 people in the chat, but I appreciate y'all for tapping. I appreciate y'all for coming in, but I also should get off of here. It all hurts the same, says Ray Ray. No lie, no lie. It's definitely a topic that I definitely want to discuss. I don't know if I'm ready today. But yeah, Cat Mama said, I don't have any close childhood friends anymore. Ooh, child. You know what's so crazy? So me, I have lots of friends. Lots of friends. And I still maintain a friendship that I have from my very first friend in second grade. Like, not very first, but like the longest I can remember in second grade. But I think that sometimes with wins, sometimes with life changes, you see a difference in people and you try to ignore it. And I feel like, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Let me get up out of here. I love y'all. Have a blessed and amazing day. If it's your first time sliding by, my name is Bunny, straight out of Jersey. I go live each and every day, 6 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time, Monday through Friday. 10 a.m. on Saturdays and random times on Sundays. Trust that life and responsibilities. Discussions that I have lots of them. They're rock solid too. I love that. Discussions with D. I love y'all. Have a blessed and amazing day. We're going to try to break it down tomorrow. We're going to see what's going on. But if you guys have any topics of conversation, don't be afraid to step into my DMs. If you have any Dear Chat letters, you need advice on work, SMEX, relationships, your mama, your daddy, whoever, step into my DMs. That will get you on the board 5 times for Giveaway Friday. I will see you tomorrow at 6. Mwah. Ooh, tomorrow is Would You Rather Wednesday. And do I have something up my sleeve for y'all? I already thought about the Would You Rather since yesterday. Yesterday? No, since Sunday. I've been keeping it in the tuck. Tomorrow is Would You Rather Wednesday. It's either bad or it's absolutely terrible. See y'all tomorrow for Would You Rather Wednesday.